Alright, so today I'm going to tell you what is the #1 mod that you can make to your Miata that'll really make a difference in your daily driving. As you may know, Miatas are really tiny. Everything about them is tiny. Because the Miata is tiny, it can be hard to see for people who are in big trucks. I mean, nowadays everybody has a truck. So with that comes some kind of danger, because Miatas, they come with a really tiny horn that is barely audible to some people. I mean, you probably couldn't even hear it if you were in your car listening to music or something. So alright, so with that said, the best upgrade that you can make for your Miata is aftermarket horns. These are Hella Supertones, which are known to be very loud, very recommended by a lot of people as an aftermarket solution to really tiny horns like the ones on my Miata and my RSX. But I definitely recommend these. So right now it's actually raining, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring the Miata in. Alright, so first step will be to figure out how to get the front bumper off. I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up just so I can get a little bit more clearance at the bottom, so I can really get in there and you know, get the bumper off and everything. Just to show you real quick what I'm working with, these are the horns. They look like two little speakers. It did come with a relay, which I'll be installing, and I also got some hardware here that I'll be using for the install. And it also came with an instruction manual, so you can figure out how to install it and everything. Alright, so I found some instructions on the manual on how to remove the front bumper, so this is definitely going to help me. You can find this manual pretty much anywhere online. Alright, so first you're gonna have 4 bolts at the top here, and these screws here too. So you're gonna take these off here, 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 and here. But before you do anything else, go ahead and disconnect your battery, which is in the trunk. Alright, so now that I got all the bolts out, I'm gonna go ahead and jack up the car. Okay, so now we're gonna look under the bumper and see if there are any clips that are holding the bumper onto the body or the rest of the body. And this will be the same on both sides. Alright, so once you removed all the clips on both sides, there's gonna be a screw right under here, and this is gonna be on both sides too. Alright, so next up you'll have to reach under the bumper and disconnect your fog light. And you'll also want to disconnect your side marker lights. Let's see if I can focus on it real quick. Alright, looks like it doesn't want to focus, but there's also a connector up there that you want to remove. You're also going to want to unscrew any screws that are holding the fender liner to the bumper, such as this one, and this one over here. Just make sure that you're paying attention to what you're unscrewing and making sure that you're getting everything off so that you can get your bumper off. You will remove 2 screws that are under here. There's one here and the other one over here. Alright, so now that you got all the screws taken out, all the necessary ones to take the bumper off, go ahead and pry on both ends of the bumper to get it off. Like I said, your bumper may be different from mine, so just use your best judgment to see which screws you need to take off in order to get the whole bumper off. So what I'm thinking of is that I'm gonna go ahead and put a horn on each side under the fenders. So I managed to get these 2 L brackets from the old horns that were on the car. So these are gonna be really helpful. So what I'm thinking of doing is going under the fender liner and placing them in this hole right here, and then just hanging the horns off of the L brackets. I know that for the old horn there was this one wire here, but I don't know where the other wire is. There should be a positive and a negative wire, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for that now. Alright, so it looks like the Miata comes with a single plug. What I read was that the horn was self-grounding, so I'm gonna have to see how I'm gonna wire this real quick. I got the horns mounted. I'm pointing them facing towards the grill so that I guess the sound will go through the grill instead of towards the bumper. Hopefully that'll make them a bit louder. I'm not going to use the relay. I've seen a lot of people say that you don't really need to use the relay. This is more so for things like motorcycles and things like that. So I'm gonna try it like that and see if it works. If not, then I'll figure something out. So I made this connection to connect to the stock horn harness, connecting to both horns. One will go to the left horn, one will go to the right horn. So I'm gonna run those cables now. Alright, so I got the first horn hooked up. I got the grounded right onto the bolt, since it goes straight up to this L bracket here. And then of course I have the negative cable going to the original connector. I'm gonna go ahead and test it out now. It actually worked and it's really loud, so can't wait to see how they both sound. The second horn is in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and test both of them out. Yeah, they're extremely loud. I'm guessing they're gonna be a little bit more muffled once I put the bumper back on. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and do a sound test on the inside. Sounds pretty loud to me.